spot for a tent right there. Guys, I think this is going to be it for the night. I pretty much just rode down the Glade Trail, probably 20 or so miles, and picked a spot. I didn't want to have to drive in the woods, so I was mainly looking for a trail. You know, this looks like a four-wheeler trail that somebody hunts on. And, you know, it's not hunting season right now, so I doubt anybody's going to come down here. But pretty much I wanted to find a nice flat spot, and I pretty much came down off a hill up there, and then it's going back up a hill. And I didn't want to get too far off the trail, but I wanted to be 100, 150, 200 feet off the trail, or off the Glade Trail, you know, to make camp. So pretty much I'm going to clear this area out here and make it as flat as possible, and build me a fire pit. It kind of looks like somebody dug something here, but I'd almost say that's an old tree, where a tree root was, maybe, I don't know. So but look, I got plenty of dead wood. Some of this is too dead, but if you look around, there's dead trees everywhere. That's one good thing about camping in the wilderness. You just grab wood, you know. When you're in a campground, you got to buy wood, and that sucks. Plenty of rocks to make a fire pit. Big one's over there. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera. I haven't unpacked anything. I pretty much took that bag off and got this tripod out so I can set it up. But yeah, this is where I'm at. I just pulled in here and kind of let the wife know where I'm at, because I've still got signal. Here I've got 1 bar 4G LTE. So it's not as wilderness as I wanted, but it's kind of nice that I could let her know exactly where I'm at in case something happens. So I'll send her a text with just the location. I don't know if you guys know about that, but if in your messenger, in your message apps, I don't know if it's just Facebook Messenger, but you can actually click the, like, I think it's 3 buttons on there, and you can click location. It'll send somebody your location on Google Maps. So that's going to be nice to have. So I'm going to go ahead and get that to her. And yeah, I'm going to start setting up camp here. I really don't anticipate getting bothered by any animals or anything. So, you know, we're just going to play it by ear. You never know what could happen when you're out here camping. All right, well, I'm going to set this tripod up and set up camp, so stay tuned. Alright guys, I got the tent done. It's kind of not exactly what I wanted, because it's almost impossible to put a stake in the ground. I mean, look at the rocks. You know, Missouri is known for its great rock farms, as you can see. I've got the flap on there. It's normally supposed to come out more in the front and on the sides, but I just can't put a stake in. I've barely got one in there just to kind of let some air flow. I may end up taking the whole orange part off the tent, the rain flap, if it gets too warm. You know, I just don't want to have to wake up and have dew on me in the morning. But that'll certainly be a lot better, being a little bit of dew on you in the morning than sweating all night. So what I'm going to do next, before it starts getting dark here, I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to make a fire pit right in that hole. It's already dug and I don't really have to do much. So I'll get all the leaves away from it, gather some wood, and there's plenty of that around, and start a fire and Then I can sit down and cook some dinner because I'm getting hungry. It's probably getting close to 6 or 7 o'clock now. The sun's still pretty high in the sky, but so I got some time. This is some kind of hole an animal dug, a fox or something. Can you imagine? Because the hole's right there. I can put through some leaves and some rocks, but it looks like an old hole because all this was covered up fairly well. But could you imagine this time and strength it took from that animal to dig a hole through all that rock? Alright, so I got everything ready now. I'm going to wait till it gets a little bit darker to start it because it's still pretty warm. But I think we should be good to go there. Should have what I need there. What camp's going to be like for tonight. See, I got my air mattress in there aired up, and you can see how wide it is. And my pillow and sleeping bag. Got a radio, and yeah, got everything I need here so far. Move the bike a little bit closer so I can plug some stuff into it and charge overnight. Got the fire pit ready to go. So I think I'm going to do some cooking next once I relax, because I am pretty beat. Like, I am out of breath. Alright guys, I got everybody's favorite chili mac with beef from Mountain House and Idahoan potatoes. Probably I'm going to cook this first because this needs to like seep and like soak up the water. So it's easier if I just do this one first and let it sit. Here's the spoons I was talking about and the knife. You can see they come apart, and then you've got a fork and a knife, or a spoon and a fork, or just a spoon, whatever you want. We're just going to use the spoon. First, we're going to rinse this out just a little bit. It looks like it's got a little bit of dust in it, even though I washed everything before I packed it all up. Alright, so we need, for the first one, we need to put, I think it's 3/4 cup boiling water into it, and this one needs 2 cups. So I guess I'll dump it out on that line here. Alright, too much. Alright, that should be just about enough. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, I've got about 3/4 of a cup of water in here. See if we can get this going. Started full blast there, but should be well on our way to boiled water now. At first I couldn't get any fluid to come out so I could light it, and I guess it's because the rubber O-ring on there was a bit thick. because I screwed it on without it and it come out, so I put it back on and screwed it in even tighter, and then it finally started coming out. Alright, so I've got my water brought to a boil, so I'm going to pour it in. Alright. Close this up. Alright, I'm going to let that sit now, and now I'm going to dump in my 2 cups of water that I need for the potatoes. This thing makes a lot of potatoes. And that looks good there. 2 cups. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm not going to full on boil them. They are almost boiling, but there's no point to full on boil it because then I'm going to have to wait longer for them to cool. Alright, what'd I do with them? There they are. Alright, now I just gotta wait to let them thicken. It's already pretty thick, but and I've let this sit for a while. You always have it's got like a Ziploc built in, but it's always a problem with these because the seasoning or whatever gets in the thing and you can't like zip it, so it's kind of nice to have like a clip or something. I just used my pocket knife that happened to have a clip on it to hold it closed, and it's still quite warm in there, so it's all gonna have to, I'll let it all cool for now and probably sit this on the cold ground. Maybe that'll help a little bit better too. Alright guys, I've got camp made for the night. Got my fire pit ready for when it gets dark. Got the tent up, got the mattress in there, and just kind of chilling. So I'm gonna eat my dinner and relax and probably read a book. And yeah, so I'll probably see you guys in the morning back out on the road. I don't know how much more filming I'll do here. I don't want to just pack it full of me standing around the campfire or nothing, you know. But yeah, you know, wilderness camping, it's pretty fun. So there's where I'm at. Let's see if I don't know if you can see it or not, but just kind of out here in the middle of this, and yeah, so far so good. But anyway, I'll probably see you guys back on the road in the morning. I'm going to try to get maybe another geocache or 2. I don't know if I'll film that or not, but hopefully this turned out to be a pretty good video, you know, doing 200+ miles into wilderness camping. So yeah, thanks for watching guys.